Every balloon flight, every flight human makes and lives and survives, it's unique. But nothing in any other form of aviation is as unique as a balloon because there's no motor, there's no rudder, there's no steering mechanism. Every flight is like a fingerprint or a snowflake or whatever. It's completely unique to that particular moment in time. And so it's pretty difficult to get bored.
Oftentimes you'll hear balloon competitions called races, so like this is the Great Texas Balloon Race. Even though we're not racing when we're in the sky, that's sort of the race part because everyone's kind of rushing out. We want to get to a launch site as fast as possible, figure out where the best line is that we can get up into the air and to those targets. And you want to be first there because, for a few reasons, right? Because now if you're there first, you can kind of claim that spot over someone else that showed up after you. And then also, the earlier you get up in the morning, generally that's going to be better for you.
Look at the big screen. The biggest thing we've got, we had like a broken deck at 1,700 feet this morning. It's starting to scatter out, but we have some fog down to our south, especially around Henderson. We're sitting about 400 broken.
The winds are going to be a little bit more consistent. As the morning goes on, the ground heats up and that sort of starts breaking down those wind layers and you lose what we call the steerage. So as we're flying, we can go up or down and that's how we steer. But as everything heats up, that sort of breaks down and it's just kind of, it turns into more one thing. And then as the morning goes on, you can get thermal activity. I don't think it's as pronounced here, but like in Albuquerque, where I'm from, you can get some really big thermals where it then starts to swirl you around and that can be dangerous for the balloon. And it's just a real pain to navigate at that point because it's going to move you in ways that you won't expect.
We're going to drop it low and then climb. The left's going to go away, so as we get that right-hand turn, then we can either set up to go left here or right here, just depends.
The extremely remote possibility of actually doing well, that excites me. Also frustrates me. Unlike a lot of things, it's skill, large part skill, and a good, you got to be at the right place at the right time with the right circumstance, the right wind direction if it's changing or whatever, whether you're early or you're late or whatever, it all comes into play.
Yellow flag is up, green and 5. Launch window will close at 7:15. Scoring period for task 5 is amended to 0800.
Test, radio test.
A lot of people here that are very, very, very good at flying balloons. Some people don't really care about it, they just love being in the air. And that's wonderful. This group is specifically about being on top at the end of the competition. One with the most points wins, okay? To get the most points, you have to be on each target, you need to be at or near the top. And to do that, you have to be, more often than not, the closest to the point. Whether it's an X or an electronic, invisible thing on a map, or in some cases, the farthest away within a confined space on the competition map.
For me, it's a lot of repetition in my head about like what I'm doing next. So as I'm approaching a target, it's red baggy, gravity drop, red baggy, gravity drop. So I'm just repeating like what I'm supposed to do whenever I get there in my head so that whenever I get there, then I do it. And I'm also sort of thinking like, what do I have to do immediately as soon as I'm done with this target? So do I need to get up as fast as I can? Do I need to stay level flight?
So it gets reasonably complicated fairly quickly. And like I said, most of these people are very, very adept and very good at it. And we've got a lot of world champions and national champions and state champions and everybody here chomping at the bit, ready to fly.
There's a good amount of talent that is coming up right now. I mean, right now in the national competition, the guy that's currently in first place, he's a young guy, and they have the Young Guns competition here in Longview, and that does a really good job of encouraging younger folks to get into competitive ballooning too, not just the casual flying, which it's good to have both. I would always want people to do more competitive flying, so it's good to see all the young folks coming up and being able to know that the sport's going to keep going on.
They're doing a good job of flying well, being safe, and coming along nicely. Some of them might need a little, like a wine, need a little maturing, but generally speaking, they're doing a good job, real good job.